Okay, so we're going to put the stove in medium fire. And now we will add 1 cup of brown sugar, our 1/4 of a cup, oh no, it's not a quarter, it's like a quarter, yeah, it's a quarter of water and a quarter of lemon juice. And now we are going to stir, and we are going to stir until our arm breaks off, or maybe until it's finally done, whatever happens first. So we are going to stir, stir, stir so that we can mix up and all those little sugar grainy thingies dissolve in the liquid. In approximately 5 minutes, it starts to boil, and now we have to see the bubbles, because the bubble color will tell us when it's ready. It needs to be a kind of darkish amber color. Now it's kind of creamy, so we just stir, stir, stir. So while that's boiling, we're gonna set aside a cup with cold water. Make sure it's a small one so your hand fits there. That's where we're gonna test, and now we're going back to stir until our arm falls off. So once we see that it's kind of ambery color, we're gonna do our first test to see if it's ready. We're gonna pour a little bit inside of the cold water, and we're going to try to grab it and make it into a ball. If it's kind of like a honey texture, that means it has to go back to the fire. So just so we don't burn it, we're gonna leave it a minute and then test it again. So we leave it in the cold water to act, and now we try to grab it again. But since it's too soft, it goes back to the fire. Now we stir all the time so it doesn't burn and so that the sugar can dissolve properly. So now it's really an amber color, and this is what it looks like when it's done. But just to be sure, we always do the test. We pour it in, leave it a couple of seconds so the cold water can act. And now we try to grab it. And though it kind of stretched out a little bit, that's okay. As long as you can handle it properly and turn it into a little ball, into a little ball, that's how you know it's done. When you can handle it properly and turn it into a little ball. Now we pour it into a plastic container that's heat resistant and just let it cool.